بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أصحاب السعادة، السيدات والسادة، اسمحوا لي أن أحول الزر إلى اللغة الإنجليزية، حيث طلب مني أن تكون المحاضرة أو الكلمة هذه باللغة الإنجليزية. When I saw the schedule for today, and it was almost full from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m., and except for half an hour lunch. And it reminded me actually when I was invited to a workshop. It was a paid workshop in one of the Emirates outside Dubai. And they gave me 1 hour workshop paid, and I had to go there, and my workshop time was 2 p.m. in the graveyard slot, where people usually, they are almost after lunch, they're a little bit sleepy. So it was kind of a 30 people in the round, like a theater style, the same as this one. And the door, the entrance was from the back, not from the side. So I waited. 1:45, I plugged in my computer and everything is ready for going to go on live. 1:55, nobody showed up. 2:55, nobody showed up. 2:01, a guy came in at the back of the hall with a briefcase. And he sat down there and I begged him to come forward because there is no one there. And as he hit the seat, I started to talk. And the poor guy did not understand and recognize that he is alone in the room until he tried to give me a big round of applause after I finished my presentation. And he was just looking around and nobody around him, just but him. And then I said, any questions? He said, no, everything is clear. So I packed up and I just intended to go away. On my way out, he said, Dr. Mansoor, would you be able to wait for me for an hour? I thought that he might need a ride to Dubai. This was my initial thought. I said, by all means, sir, but may I know why? He said, clearly, I'm the next speaker after you. So I hope in this wonderful audience, this will not be the case anyhow. Let me start by where Paul has left us with about Dubai. Dubai has a leadership. UAE has a leadership. What correctly Mr. Paul has explicitly mentioned that it's a leadership with a vision. And actually, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, he had the compass for creating the quality. The word quality was not recognized in the Arab world overall, except when His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid brought it to this part of the world, starting in 1994. And this is his say, quality of life. I put it into well-being is a priority in our daily work. So the quality is moving. And what he said, جودة الحياة أولوية في عملنا اليومي وهي في صلب أولويات الحكومة. نريد لمجتمعنا أن يكون الأكثر تلاحم والصحة والأكثر سعادة. No wonder, Paul, that when you had a signature with His Excellency Sultan, that means this is a daily agenda of Dubai government on a daily basis, of a well-being, of having the quality of life. Now, where do we come in as Hamdan bin Mohammed Smart University? Hamdan bin Mohammed Smart University, this is our vision. And you see, in our vision, in our mission, you will see 3 words. You will see re-engineering, innovation. You see disruption and transformation. And why is that? Because when this university being established, and established on a very innovative approach, these are our core values, these are our terms of reference for people. By the way, when this particular project being launched, even the Ministry of Higher Education in United Arab Emirates did not have a clue how they will be able to license such a higher education institution. It was a great challenge. And His Highness' direction was to go through the system. And today, the UAE stands for online education to be number one in the Arab world. And by having standards for that, not just only media clipping. And these are our values, by the way. This value, since our first inception in 2002, for the last 20 years, we haven't gone astray an inch from those values. These are the terms of reference for anyone joins HBMSU, Hamdan bin Mohammed Smart University. We are learner-centric, we are game changer. We brought the words game changer into the academia. People do not used to have such an approach of business and jargon into academia. We are together, we grow. We believe in public, private, and academia partnership, passion for results. I am, by the way, by profession, I'm an applied mathematician, so I do believe in numbers and results. And the last is, again, the word innovation comes up. Now, what this university stands for, our core competitive advantage, ladies and gentlemen, is by far, that is where we align with Delos today. When they talk about well-being, they talk about health, they talk about quality. That is where our core competitive advantage is. Our core competitive advantage is quality and excellence. We are the house of quality and excellence. By the way, when we started this project 20 years ago, some of my colleagues in academia told me, Dr. Mansoor, you are narrowing down, for God's sake. What did the quality and excellence would do? You don't have a school of engineering, a school of medical school. You don't have other schools. Why are you concentrating on this narrow thing? I said, no. You're getting it all wrong. The quality and excellence is in different walks of life. It's not just matter of business, school of business, because you have quality and excellence required in general education and higher education, in healthcare, in the small medium enterprises, in telecommunication services, in tourism industry, in oil and gas, in banking sector, in service sector, whatever just you need. Today, Paul and His Excellency Sultan has launched even in the real estate that people would sometimes had a doubt before that it might be a course for the quality there. The second competitive advantage, we are the first movers in this region, not on technology though, but also in pedagogy, because education is always about pedagogical approach. That is where some of the universities were leading on a high rise in early 90s in the United States, and then it came considerably regressing into the fall because the pedagogical approach. We academicians are so stubborn, so snobbish, because we think that the pedagogy is always making the difference at all times. So we have those two competitive advantages. Now, for the quality, talking about quality, we are the first university worldwide to have 13 awards going after the name of giants, of gurus of the quality management. Right from the top left, you have Dr. Val Fingenbaum. He was the father of quality control. He was his book on total quality control in Japan, published in 1963, was the Bible for the Japanese economy. And the rest, of course, from the rest of the world. And that handsome gentleman, Paul, is me. In 2005, this is Joseph Juran. Juran is a well-known name in quality management. He was approached to have a Juran Prize in Japan. He declined because he said we shouldn't, as scholars, we should go into competition because you have already Deming Prize. So why we have to go for Juran? We contacted him in February 2004 that we would like to have a Juran chair, research chair at Hamdan bin Mohammed Smart University. He responded back on November 2004 by accepting this, but with one condition. He has to see us in his retirement house in New York. So we went there in February 2005 to meet him, and that was the beginning of the quality. And now, when we talk about HBMSU, what the connection with the quality is one of the DNA, like I said. We are providing quality education. Ladies and gentlemen, quality, sometimes it becomes kind of a commercial product that people would have only certificate. But quality is always to be learned before it gets practiced. That is extremely important. That is why we are the university #1 worldwide. It's not my statement. It's the statement of the gurus of the quality. We have a structured education in terms of the quality management, right from the bachelor, master's, and PhD. That is where the research-driven programs are considered. Now, not only this one, but also quality of life, where today Delos, and Paul has already alluded to, I don't want to get into much of the detail that he mentioned. Quality education, we're talking about in all walks of life. It's not just only quality in the management side of the business. So, and the quality of life, of course, we're talking about wellness and well-being. So where do we stand again throughout this and the Delos today? We are the first university, academic institution, to be well certified in United Arab Emirates, and for 2 consecutive years. By the way, you all remember when the COVID hit the world, we were not an exception. All Ministry of Education around the world did have the learners to go back to their houses, except for the examination. When we tried to pull the people in for the exam in 2021, lots of people been rejected by the Ministry of Education because of their facility. Except when we announced it, they called us, and once they understood, and by evidence that we have the WELL certification, they allowed the learners to come into the building. Because this needs really kind of a quality in all aspects of life. So I don't want to repeat the name, but the new course also is going to be introduced. Quality of life is the same as quality education. Quality of life and well-being must be learned before it gets practiced. That is why, cooperating with Delos, we are developing a content for all learners across the Hamdan bin Mohammed Smart University, a course, a general education course in terms of the well-being. So, ladies and gentlemen, by this I will conclude with this nice picture, and I hope that I did not exceed my time, Tika, and I hope everybody will enjoy the day, and thank you very much, Paul, and the rest of the colleagues to allow me to address you today. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.